Is July really over yet? Man, I just blinked and it's August now. Welcome to this month's episode of Best New Balances of the Month. As usual, I'll be going over all of the New Balance collabs and GRs that were released during the month of July, and I'll end off the second half of the video with all of the New Balances that were revealed or leaked in the month of July. Starting off the episode, we have 4 Teddy 16 pairs, 3 of which start off the latter half of the Teddy 16. The first pair to drop was the 990 V2 in the black and true camo colorway. This was the last pair from the first half of the Teddy 16. I like to see it as the first half being the low-key, clean, and subtle colorways. This one is definitely one of them. It's personally one of my least favorite because it looks very basic and it reminds me of the core classic black 990 V2, but still a pretty solid pair, and it ended off the first half of the Teddy 16. To kick off the latter half of the Teddy 16, we got the Amethyst and Navy 990 V3. This colorway is really wild. I love this colorway. The hairy suede and the bright colors are awesome, and I think it's a great start to the more colorful latter half of the 16. The next 2 pairs from the Teddy 16 are the 990 V2 in the Chrysanthemum and Navy colorway and the 990 V3 in the Scarlet colorway, both of which are very solid colorways, and I love these shades of Scarlet and Chrysanthemum used on both of them, and stay tuned for my reviews on these later this week. And next up, we have a Made in UK 1500 GR, nicknamed the Fluid Minimalist colorway. It's a very clean colorway. It features light gray suede, some hits of navy and black. It's very clean. Definitely not my cup of tea, but a lot of people like it because of how versatile and clean it is for the summer. Next up, we have the first GR colorway of the new 9060. The 9060 silhouette first debuted with the Joe Freshgoods collab, but now they released this gray and kind of light brown colorway. I personally think the 9060 is okay. I didn't really rush out to get it. I personally like the upper of it, but I don't care for the wild bottom, but a lot of people seem to like the silhouette, and this GR colorway pretty much sold out everywhere. And next up, we have a new colorway for the Refined Future Pack, or Protection Pack as it's more widely known. This time it's in this like worn, distressed colorway, and I'm gonna be honest, I hate it. It looks horrible. I really hate shoes with the pre-worn aesthetic. I thought it was a stupid trend from designer shoes, but it looks like sportswear brands are also jumping on that train. I don't know why people would want to wear this shoe. Like, imagine if it was just a simple white canvas shoe without the pre-distressed touches. It would look pretty nice, but they had to add the fake dirt stains, and I don't know. I really dislike it. It seems to be sitting everywhere. It's probably the weakest colorway in the very strong Refined Future Pack. And the next 2 shoes are actually new silhouettes that were both released as collabs and GRs within the month of July. First, I'll start off with the new RC30 silhouette. It was first revealed with the Donald Glover collab in 2 colorways, as well as a very limited edition bespoke colorway that looks pretty cool. And they also released 3 GR colorways on NewBalance.com. The RC30 is New Balance's 4th 70s inspired lifestyle model, following the 327, 237, and XC72. I think this silhouette is the most reminiscent of the actual classic 70s track running shoes, which I think is really cool. I'd definitely be willing to try out a GR colorway. They're fairly inexpensive. I think they're sub $100. I'll put up a correction if I'm wrong, but it's another cool 70s lifestyle shoe, and I think it's a very solid silhouette. And the next new silhouette that was released in July is the 574 Legacy Pack, or Legacy Edition. It's basically an updated version of the 574. It's a little more chunkier in the midsole and has slightly more exaggerated outsole and some slight touches to the upper. It was first revealed with the Bodega collab in the Arrival and Departure colorways. You got the blue one and the yellow one. It also released alongside some Bodega New Balance clothing. It was a pretty solid collab. A little too expensive for some 574s in my opinion. I like it, I don't love it. Obviously I didn't buy any. The hairy suede is nice, the colors are very vibrant, but it seems to be sitting everywhere that it's sold. And the GR version of the 574 Legacy Pack also recently dropped on NewBalance.com. They're all pretty solid classic colorways, but again, it's a little expensive for a 574. I know it's supposed to be an elevated version of the 574, but I think it's $110 for the GR versions. It's a little too expensive for me just for a 574, so I'm personally passing right now. And next up, we have the second drop of the Stone Island RC Elite V2 collaboration. This second drop featured two colorways for the Stone Island collaboration. One of them was a burgundy and neon green colorway, and the other colorway was a light gray and bright red colorway. I personally didn't like either of these two. They seem to be sitting everywhere where they released. It's a very expensive collaboration, $220 retail, and honestly, these two colorways just aren't nowhere near as good as the original, and they're also not as good as the upcoming Japan colorway of the RC Elite V2 Stone Island version. And next up, we have a Japan exclusive Arly 2002R collaboration. It was mostly meant for women. These two colorways are very simple and plain, only released in Japan. Unfortunately, if you really wanted them, they're solid and clean, but definitely not my cup of tea. And next up, we have a Stod XC7 2-pack that dropped on NewBalance.com. There were two colorways. One of them was a bright multicolor colorway, and the other one was an all-white colorway. They're both pretty solid colorways for the XC7 II. And next up, we have the Bape 5740. They finally released at the end of July. They came in three different colorways. They came in a green camo colorway, a gray colorway, and then a multicolor camo colorway. They're definitely wild shoes. Unfortunately, they were very limited, just like the Bape 2002R that released last year. It's definitely an interesting collab, but I personally wasn't too interested in it. And next up, we have a very interesting collaboration from Your ID Store, a Brazilian store, with the 327 with this ramen inspired colorway. It's definitely a wild collaboration. I never would have thought a Brazilian store would make a ramen inspired collaboration on a New Balance shoe, but it's definitely wild. Unfortunately, it's only releasing in Brazil as of right now, so it'll definitely be a rare pair unless it gets a wider release. And next up, we have the very popular collaboration between Up There Store and the 2002R. The first collab released in July. It's mostly green, purple, and white. I liked it. I didn't love it, but I know the rest of the community really loved it and it flew off the shelves. But there is a second colorway that's upcoming. I'm not too sure exactly when, but I personally am a bigger fan of the second release, and it seems like it's as popular as the first shoe from the collaboration. And now I'm gonna go over all of the New Balances that were revealed or leaked in the month of July, but are releasing in the near future. First up, we have another Teddy 16 pair with the 990 V2 in this very bright orange colorway. I am a big fan of this colorway. I'm really excited for it to release. Orange is definitely one of my favorite colors, and it's cool to see my favorite 990 silhouette in a bright orange color. And next, I'm gonna combine three different shoe releases into one because all three highlight a new silhouette that's making a comeback in the 1906R. The 1906R is a early 2000s running shoe. It features the same midsole as the very popular 2002R, as well as other running silhouettes from the early 2000s and early 2010s. It's definitely an interesting silhouette. Some of the GR colorways that were leaked are very cool. I personally like this red and cream one. It's got the vintage vibe. And This Is Never That and Size are both making collaboration colorways on the 1906R in the near future. This Is Never That is also collaborating on a 2002R colorway. Those two are going to release on the same day in August. And the Size collaboration actually features two different colorways as shown in this picture. One of them is pretty simple, but the other one is this bright teal color. The 1906R is definitely a silhouette to look forward to at the end of 2022. And next up, we have a Stray Rats collaboration on the 580. In classic Stray Rats fashion, this collaboration features a bunch of random colors put together and mashed up onto the silhouette. I'm not too sure how I feel about this collab. I'm more interested in the fact that the 580 is potentially making a comeback. Hopefully it's not just for this collaboration. Hopefully there will be more GR colorways of the 580, because I think the 580 is a very solid silhouette, and it would be great if this very nice lifestyle silhouette made a comeback. And the last shoe in this video is going to be an upcoming collaboration between designer June Sanders and the 990 V3 in this picture that he actually released today. So technically it's an August leak / reveal, but I'll include it in the July video. It appears to be a 990 V3. It might only be in kid sizing because of the tongue. It looks like a smaller shoe, and it's also lacking Made in USA branding because unfortunately most of the 990s in the kid sizing aren't actually Made in USA. So I believe this might be for kids only. At the top of the picture it also says for cool kids only, so again it might be a kids colorway. But hopefully it's in full family sizing because this is a very bright and vibrant collaboration. I'm also not too sure if this is just June Sanders and New Balance or if this is New Balance and DTLR, because June Sanders has designed a lot of New Balance collaborations for DTLR in the Masquerade pack and the Miami Nights colorway. I'm wondering if this is also a DTLR collaboration, but only time will tell. But nonetheless, it's a very bright and wild colorway for the summer. So what were your favorite releases and reveals of July? I'd definitely like to know in the comments. I'm really excited for the orange 990 V2 from the Teddy 16 pack, and I'm also really hyped for the 1906R silhouette to make a return. So that's gonna do it for this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Follow me on my socials. Thank you to all my Patreon backers. Check out the Intelligence site for more New Balance content and guides, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.